Wasn't super fast. Kinda screwed up a couple button inputs. You'd think, oh, it's text, it's really quick, but it's weird because you have to hold A to scroll through it faster, but you have to press A to go to the next text box. So you have to know the length of each text box. And I tested on the European version. There's only 4 languages: English, French, Dutch, and German. English is the fastest. So there's no reason to play anything other than English. That's literally the only text that matters. It'd be a different story. Ooh, that was a bit janky. Different story if I still bothered to talk to the first shop, because his dialogue is super long. And that would be a very detailed analysis to see which language would be faster there. Because English is the fastest in the tutorial, but it's not like the other languages are super slow. It's just English has the least text. That was alright. It's probably going to be a 122. Oh, not even. Jeez. That was a really good race, actually. It didn't even feel that amazing, but it was really good. Jeez. That was like getting near some of my best times ever. I don't have a recording, but I did get a mid 119 on that race before. Get this aqua. Let's go. Attack's jump range attack is kind of weird. Like, I don't know why it went to that slightly off-center angle. I missed a gem there, but it doesn't matter. We got the big one, so... Can afford to miss 4 of those little small ones. If I miss 5, I have to get an extra rock in the second world hub, which I'd rather not do. Here's Jumping Feather. Good, good. It's a good time. Sub 9's really good. That's the shortest minigame. But it can also be a huge pain. If things start going wrong, they go wrong really fast. And really bad. In that minigame, first throw, straight up, hit the guy. But it's unrealistic to get a perfectly vertical angle. So if you're going slightly left, you just continue off to the left. Same if you go slightly right. And you get 4 throws and you're good. Am I gonna hit this? No, I'm not. Yes, come on. That's kind of slow and annoying. Also, the Rhino ended up in an annoying spot there. I've had it before where I didn't have to hit the Rhino once it was right near the gate, because it actually charged far enough to break it. It doesn't happen very often. So I think I've only seen it once. Because it's RNG as to which direction the Rhino's walking around the room. Its idle animation has it move back and forth in the room. Pretty sure I'm good on jumps. That's fine. That's fine. So I think I have 54. So I missed 2, that's fine. I'm still good. I missed 2, I'm still good. I just can't miss very many more. Oops. This minigame's slow. First minigame's really fast, which is great. I just hate it because it can go horribly, horribly wrong. This minigame's just really boring. But it's not even like you can memorize a pattern because it's different every time. Yeah, I lost my lead there. I was a bit slow. The Rhino didn't really cooperate. Like, here's an example of the pacing being really bad. You finish a minigame, and then you start a minigame. And this minigame just takes a minute and a half again. Takes a minute and a half, it's dead. I missed that one because it didn't register the circle. If you get the first 8 chickens, you can get this objective done in 40 seconds and you have a minute and a half to do it. And there's no way to speed it up. That's it. That's the goal. This is where you check social media or whatever. This is boring. It's almost done. is. Okay, not so bad on that. I lost time on the Rhino split because the Rhino didn't really cooperate. And I also missed my throw. It's really important to hit the throw. Well, really important. It's really good to hit the throw because it saves quite a bit of time. Well, quite a bit. It saves like a couple seconds. It's a pretty easy couple seconds. Missing it sucks. That's what I get for not paying attention. Getting hit loses half a second or a second. This spot isn't where, the point isn't where that big time saves will come though. Big time save will come after this minigame. That's why I'm not so worried about my times going into this minigame. Because I'm going to start seriously trying Rhino 2 skip, which is really tough, but saves lots of time. Almost missed the split there. I think I got hit once during my world record run too, so. Yeah, I can't miss very many of these gems because I do need them. There we go, I got them. Switched attack. Rhino 2 skip. This skip is really hard. Ah, close. Yes, second try. So that skip saves lighting a torch, saves going to get the baby Rhino, hitting it, having a Rhino break down the wall, going back and forth to go light that torch. It saves so much time, and I got it second try. Nice, I'm getting more and more consistent at that trick. I found it like a couple months ago. Well, like a month ago. But I was just kind of too scared to try it in a run. This is gonna put me far ahead. It's gonna be a nice gold. Look at that. 30 seconds ahead right now. That split's huge. That skip is huge. Warrior. We'll equip this all. extra input there. I shouldn't have spun the wheel. It's not a huge deal, it's just mismenuing just a little bit of time. The worst is when you back out too early and then you have to go back in. Because it doesn't spawn you right in front of the station. It spawns you ever so slightly. That was a mishit on the button. Oops. It spawns you ever so slightly away from it, so you have to walk up to it again. And it takes like a half second to transition into the menu. It's super slow. The same thing if you miss an input shopping and you forget to buy something. In theory, this race could go faster, especially if you don't screw up your turns. There might be a way to... That was janky. Might be a way to skip some segments. Oh god, I'm doing bad. This is bad. Oh, this race is bad. Might be a way to skip some spots. Maybe in this one, but the third race, I feel like there's totally a way to skip something. I just haven't found it. The third race is almost 3 minutes long, so it would be great to save some time. The first two races are like a minute 20, minute 25. The third race is 3 minutes almost. It's like 2:50. So even just saving a small bit of time would be amazing. That race wasn't great. What was my time? 1:23, yeah. I can get 1:20s pretty easy on that race. Here we go. Here's the biggest skip of the run. Should be easy. Let's go. Oh, I didn't get out of bounds first try. Second try though. No, it's over here. Navigating out of bounds is hard because there's not much in the way of visual references. Don't dash here, because it's really dumb. Because in one run I had, everything was going great. I dashed there and ended up on top, so I had to do the trick again. Which is super slow. Oh my god, I didn't trigger the cutscene. Okay. That wastes a bit of time. Not much, but... What wastes more time is not being able to move properly there. I'm just rushing to the minigame trigger. I should stop messing with the camera so much. Just want to start the minigame. There's supposed to be 2 instances of us using the lobster suit. We skipped the second, because it's pretty easy to skip. The devs tried to make it hard to skip, but they just made it not as easy. But that skip's not going to come up till 37 minutes into the run. This part of my game is probably my favorite, because the pacing is actually pretty solid. There's not a lot of stupid minigames. This minigame's just eh. It's not really boring or anything. It goes by pretty quick. It goes by quicker when you don't mess up that last input. eating into my time save a bit, but I'm still pretty good. Really happy I got that Rhino to skip second try. That trick is hard. Here's where Warrior comes in. Ugh, getting hit sucks. I could have totally avoided that. It's better when you actually hit it. Try to avoid the EXP. Kinda hard to do that sometimes. Every level up just wastes about a second. Not a huge deal, just kind of annoying. This guy's pretty easy. You can cheese them super easy. This part's tricky, so I might be holding my breath for a bit here. The jump is a little tricky, but that's not the real tricky one. This is the tricky one. Yes! Got it. Got it first try, that's great. I'm just gonna switch to tack because falling in the water here loses so much time. You want to be in the air in that tunnel because those guys can make you lose quite a bit of time. It's pretty easy time loss to avoid. All of these guys, same strat, really easy. Dodge the first attack and spam attacks with Warrior active. That was a good switch. Switched attack here because I want Locke to have full magic, mana, juju, whatever. I want it to be full before, well, by the end of this room. I'm gonna need all of it. So, basically full, it's good. Dodge first attack. Because for the boss coming up, I need to have full magic, because I'm going to be using pretty much all of it. Let's go. Ugh. Sucks when he uses that attack first. Get back here, stop doing that. He always goes counterclockwise, so it's pretty easy to predict where he's going. I feel like he probably shouldn't always go counterclockwise. Whatever. Dev's kinda tried. The reason we want full magic is because we want to use Warrior when we can, and Locke's jump attack. It's the best way to hit this boss, and it uses mana. Like, I can't use it anymore right now because I'm out. I leveled up. Whatever. It loses about a second every time you level up. It's just kind of annoying. That was a pretty good boss fight, though, all things considered. Not the gold time, because my gold time was really, really good. But that was pretty good. Geez, 43.1. This segment, we just spam dash. Switch characters, do it again. Because it's a really big room that we just don't care about. Don't care about these resources. Just not worth our time. Like, there are some pretty cool things unlocked in that third shop. Those choo-choos just don't shut up. Here's race 3. This is a spot that's killed a lot of my runs. We'll see how it goes. If you fall off any racetrack, you have to restart the race. This race is just shy of 3 minutes long. So, and it's pretty easy to fall off right near the end. So you lose lots of time if you fall. This segment's really good. Good. Okay, that was really, really good. Scary, but it's good. We're good. I'm feeling good right now. Kind of scary getting out of drift sometimes because it doesn't look like it, but you don't have very good control coming out of a drift. So sometimes you can be holding a direction, but it just won't do anything. Shouldn't be drifting there. That, like, it looks like you could probably drop down there, but there's actually a wall preventing you from doing that. It's kind of lame. I wish there was a way to speed up this race. As far as I know, there isn't. But I'd like to be wrong. Ooh, that was a bump. That was annoying. Killed my speed. Could have been scary if I got a really bad angle. Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna slow down a bit because I don't want to get too cocky. I'd rather lose a few seconds than kill the run. Because falling would kill the run, for sure. Also, it doesn't help that the textures aren't very good here. Here I'm gonna slow down because this is a really dicey spot. This is fine. Yes, the ground didn't render there. That's okay. It's an emulation issue. There's a couple spots where the emulator just doesn't do a great job. But it runs fine. It's just visual. Like in the first minigame, the sprite of the other guys didn't look so good. Okay. That's race 3 done. That's the scariest part of the run done. Kind of a lie, because this skip is also kind of scary. Alligator skip. Kind of scary. Okay, sometimes you clip through that and fall into through the floor. I didn't, that's good. Here. Okay, good, he didn't get me. Okay. Switch to lock. That's good, good, good. That segment can be quite scary. Sometimes I fall through that lily pad, so it's not a great idea to land on it. Don't have to go around the tree, you can just do that. Am I gonna get the throw? Oh, I did. Nice. Throw doesn't look like it would be that bad, but it's kind of annoying. Kind of tricky. And if you screw it up, you have to drop down, pick them up again. Make sure you're at a good position. I burned too much. Probably could have thrown him a tiny bit earlier, but whatever. Here's the only spot in the game where death warp saves time, because it puts us right where we need to go. Burn all my mana, because I'm going to start a minigame. Sheep balancing. It's not too hard. The controls are a little weird, but... I didn't mention it, but some of the minigames have goals. This minigame's goal is to not lose all your health, so the little sheep on the top, and to collect at least 5 feathers. Don't bother going out of your way to get feathers because you will get 5. It's really easy to get 5. Those blocks are annoying. Ah, no. Stop it. What? What? Okay. So I passed the point, got knocked back, went forward. Okay. Strange, but I'm not gonna complain. Okay, I was worried that the sheep wouldn't register and I'd have to pick them up again. I think the camera expects you to be on the other side because the camera angle here is weird. It puts it at a really bad angle. Here's gator surfing. This minigame is alright. Don't hate it or anything. It's alright. I think it would be just better if you could steer with left and right instead of using the touchscreen. Whirlpools are scary. So your health doesn't matter. You don't have to really avoid obstacles. I just do because it's easy for an obstacle to just kill your speed. Like those like flat pieces of wood, if you hit them it can just kill your speed. And if you hit like a rock in a weird spot it can also kill your speed. Basically I'm just trying to avoid whirlpools. I don't care about getting hit so much. It's just the whirlpools that instantly cause you to lose. I believe the hazards are mostly random. There we go. I believe the whirlpools just spawn in random spots. Go right here. So I found the fastest way is to just blitz up to here. Get hung up on the wall a bit, but that's okay. The boulders won't spawn anymore. Once you trigger that, the boulders stop spawning. just gonna avoid this guy because he's scary. I'd rather waste like a fraction of a second going out of my way to... Oh no. Okay. See, that guy's annoying because he can do that. Okay, I was impatient and I couldn't make the jump. I'm still good. I'm still good. It's not the hugest time loss. It's okay. It's all okay. I'm still like a minute ahead. It's just those enemies that stomp are actually super annoying because they can stun lock you. You can lose lots of health and time. That enemy there is annoying, so we're gonna do what we can to avoid him. Did I hit it? Yes. Okay. I want to use tack for this section and not dash a whole lot because his ranged attack does use magic. We want to trigger all of those things from a distance. It's kind of annoying that he's standing in it because it might make it hard to hit. There we go. Yeah, I didn't hit that with a ranged attack. It's really only the third that matters a lot with the ranged attack, because that makes it start falling early. Like that, it makes it start falling before you get there. Because you have to wait a little bit anyway. This minigame, I have to concentrate on this one. Because it's possible to make it go faster, but I have to concentrate. You want to reflect each of them, but you also want to reflect them really early, because it will home in and deal more damage. Because the minigame ends when you reach the end, or when their HP reaches 0. And it takes almost 3 minutes to reach the end. But you can cut some time by reflecting all the fireballs early. But if you go too early, well, you actually won't reflect it. There, I killed him. Good. There we go. Good, good. This is the last section of the game, basically. The last platforming. That jump is really scary. It saves 10 or so seconds to do it though, so... Glad I got it first try. Because screwing it up loses lots of time. It's not the hardest trick in the world, it's just super annoying to get wrong. What's really annoying is this dude. I'm just gonna jump onto this. That was a bit better, I could have landed on that platform. Just that cannon dude is really scary. That cannon dude can really make you have a bad time. It's pretty easy for him to knock you out of bounds, which loses tons of time. I really would like it if there was a way to skip having to drop this door here. It would be fantastic. I just don't think there is a way to do it. But we can skip another torch, which saves 15 or so seconds. We don't have to trigger that cutscene to do the next part. Like, we can do it in any order. But if we trigger that cutscene and then we just go around this wall, we make this cycle. It's kind of scary because I didn't see my shadow, so I wasn't sure if I was going to land on this. Yeah. Like, when I exit the cave for the first time, I could totally just go right instead of left and trigger this torch. I just don't think I would make the cycle. And this way you make it pretty safe. Yeah. I used to think that wall, you had to light the torch because the invisible wall just extended way beyond it. It doesn't. They were just kind of lazy with that wall. This trick here, I want to do, annoying. It's kind of easy to screw up. Getting it wrong loses time. Oh, yes, good, good. So you're not, you can't make that jump normally, but if you hug this, there's a little spot where you can hug, and then you can dash and double jump and make the jump. It saves like 10 seconds. If you screw it up, it costs like 10 seconds. So if you screw it up, you'd better hope you make it second try, because otherwise you're losing time compared to just doing it normally. This water's not deep, so... This is cutscene in grass, but I split after it fades to black here, because that's when I'm in control. The water, fun fact here, is flowing the wrong direction. So this is my last time in this area. I gotta deal with Cannon Dude again. Kinda scary. Because Cannon Dude can hit you on this platform. Oh, I narrowly dodged that. And if Cannon Dude hits you on that platform, oh, that's really bad. Especially on the way back, because you spawn further back. The first time through, you spawn at the entrance of the area, but here you spawn where the cutscene ended. So you have an extra little bit of distance to go. It's a real pain. So once I get through this cave, I'm going to switch on back, because I want him to have basically full mana. Lock doesn't matter as much. I'm not going to make this cycle here anyway, so it doesn't matter that I'm not dashing. Like, that goes super high. Maybe I could make that cycle. It probably would save time. This cycle here is a little tricky to do it. Am I gonna make this? Well, it gives me time to switch. This part, you gotta avoid this guy because he's annoying. Attack's ranged attack is super clutch. It's so handy. Especially like here. Good, good. It's good stuff. Here you gotta go around. Hit that. Hit that. Miss the cycle. Oh, yeah, I missed the cycle. Okay, it's fine. If I was a little faster, I could have gotten it. I was close. Here's Pegasus. This minigame's kinda cool. Like, visually, it's super cool for these guys. Damn, I'm doing good. Come on, you little shit. I thought I killed you. One more. There we go. Pretty good time. Okay. I think I'm on pace for sub 1 hour. Easy. Here, I'm just gonna use tack, because his attacks are weaker, but his way of just juggling enemies is super convenient in this round. I'm gonna try to not level up. Leveling up is really annoying. Because none of the level up rewards I care about. And it just wastes a half second every time. One level up from attack. I normally get 3 or 4 level ups in this segment. Ideally I would get 0, but it's kind of hard to avoid the XP. So here I'll just spam dash, and then at the end I'm going to switch to lock. Lock's pretty good at dealing with these guys. This guy, I'm gonna hit him a few times to knock him near the door. I want that guy near the door with the wall. Because if he's near the door, it's going to be easier to finish him off. Or rather, if he's near the door, it means I can just kill him and then leave, instead of having to go all the way to the other end of the room to kill something. There's feathers in this area up here, so I don't care about dashing so much. I grab a couple. Just for insurance. I don't want to dash too much, because I will want a warrior here, once these enemies start spawning. Nice misses. Those little dudes are the most annoying enemies here. Followed by the blue guys. These guys are just kind of easy. Super easy to flinch them. Oh god. That's awful. I'm not sure exactly what causes that, but it's terrible. Nice misses. This is the last enemy. A little further from the door than I would have liked, but not a huge deal. This room coming up is the longest of them. It's just kind of slow and annoying. Here, actually, I think it would be best to go attack, because he can just jump at these guys. Once this guy spawns, first priority is to kill him. Funny thing is, he can't actually hit you if you're right in his face. Yeah, the fact Tack can just juggle this way is great. It's another level up. And Locke's really close too, so I feel like I'm probably gonna get it. His attacks just flinch these dudes. It's great. Once this guy's dead, I move on to the next section. There we go. This one you do with Locke. It's faster to go to the left one. Use Warrior, dodge attack, kill. Then one of these cannon dudes will spawn. I'll renew Warrior there because it won't spawn. There's a level up his Locke. One of the cannon dudes will spawn here. Renew Warrior, dodge attack, kill. That was good. Oh, this is gonna hopefully be sub an hour. I have 5 minutes to kill the final boss, basically. Stop it. I hate that punch. He's got got such a weird hitbox. Switched attack. I hate it when he does too much. But I really hate it when he does the explosions. Like the punch has got such a weird hitbox. Like that attack I hate. Oh god, I resized the window. I resized the window. Whatever. Oh, I can't something good. I think it's just certain HP thresholds that cause you to cancel attacks. It's really bad to die to the final boss. If you die as either character, you have to restart the fight. Sometimes the attack goes on for super long. No. I'm just gonna wait it out as long. Couldn't get out of the way. Switched attack. Oh god, I'm nervous. Let's get off tack. Yes! 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 Ah, yes! Oh, that feels good. That's what I wanted, sub an hour, and that was a big sub 1 hour. That was a really good run. Let me just change this text. World record? That's baby world record. World record is 58:26 by me. Let's undo and just delete this. That was great. That was a great run. That was a really scary final boss fight. That was a great run.